Hello everyone, and welcome to the SHA 2022 ASM draw. My name's Critch. Apologies for the delay. My printer has finally kicked the bucket. There's too many vibrant colours on all of the draw cards, so it got to about I think there's 52 entrants. I think it got to about 44 or 45 entrants. And then my printer said, nah, we're not printing anymore. And then it's decided to kick the bucket, so we have to get some more ink. If you'd like to send me some ink in the next one, I'd really appreciate it. Or make a GoFundMe for my printer because this one's been through the walls over the last 3 or 4 years. But yeah, so yeah, it's unfortunate. Which means, unfortunately, some seed eights. If you have sent me a draw card, unfortunately, I've had to write it out. I'm really, really sorry about this, but unfortunately, this is the way it's had to happen. Um, Next year I'll do seed eights first, so this doesn't happen, or I'll try and sort something out where we can recompensate you. Okay, so without further ado, if Tickle wants to go over to the draw scene for lower seeds, we'll get this show on the road. Okay. You would have noticed that Axington is already pre-drawn. This is because that Axington literally has no time between now and the end of the group process to do runs. He literally has maybe a few hours every week. So instead of putting Axe in a five-person group, we pre-rigged him or pre-drawn him, should I say, into a four-person group. Hopefully you'll let that slide. It's just for Axington. I'm sorry, complain, you know, wrote me a DM and we'll go from there, all right? But okay, so all in here. Let me mush these up and we'll get this draw on the road. Draw on the road, show on the road. Okay, so the first person drawn into group Canyonero will be Spam 78 UK 14307. That's Spam 78 UK 14307. The next person to be drawn is LT US of A 14432. That's LT US of A 14432. The next person to be drawn is Satchel US of A 15242. That's Satchel US of A 15242. The next person to be drawn is My Big Forehead UK 2 hours 1 minute and 18. That's My Big Forehead UK 2 hours 1 minute and 18. The next person to be drawn is La Rakin, Australia 14326. That's La Rakin, Australia 14326. Next person to be drawn is Brager Man, US of A 14702. That's Brager Man, US of A 14702. Okay, the next person to be drawn is Badger Bar 14411 US of A. That's Badger Bar 14411 US of A. See Badger's one there. Cool. Okay, the next person to be drawn is Zoton 2 UK 142.53. That's Zoton 2 UK 142.53. And then the last person to be drawn from these groups, we should know by now, but let's just confirm that I've actually done this right. Wolf, parts unknown, 2 hours 41.28. That's Wolf, parts unknown, 2 hours 41.58. Okay, and that includes the seed eights portion of the run. Oh, looks like Wolf's from the UK. So Wolf UK. Okay, so now we move on to seed sevens. They're all in this little hat here. Give it a big shake. Let's get this show on the road. The first person to be drawn in seed seven and going into Group Canganero will be Seasoner 14103 UK. That's Seasoner 14103 UK. Can I please shuffle my hat and frame? Sure. Next person to be drawn is IGTP 14406, parts unknown. IGTP 14406, parts unknown. The next person to be drawn from seat 7 and going into Group Longhorn will be, oh, one fell up, put that one back in. This person. Cable TTV. Cable TTV Australia. That's Cable TTV Australia. The next person to be drawn from Group 7 and going into Group Malibu will be Tyler 136.34 England. That's Tyler 136.34 England. The next person to be drawn from Group 7 and going into Group Mr. Plough will be Luke 137.41 UK. That's Luke 137.41 UK. Which means the last one we should pretty much know. There's only one person left in seat 7, and that would be Warbridge, UK, Can't remember their PB. 134.34. That's Warbridge. 134.34 UK. So now we move on to seed sixes. That's seed sixes. There'll only be five to be drawn from this group because Axie has already been drawn into Group Mr. Plough. Give these a quick thingy up here. Quick sort up. Okay, so the first person to be drawn from Group 6, apart from Axie, will be Rick Sanity, 134.06, Germany. That's Rick Sanity, 134.06, Germany. The next one from Group 6 and being put into Group Globex will be this person. That's Ellie from the UK, 136-ish. That's Ellie from UK, 136-ish. That one definitely killed my printer, that one. The next person to be drawn into Group Longhorn from Group 6 will be Ty Fuzzle 25, 129.51 UK. That's Ty Fuzzle 25, 129.51 UK. Two people left to be drawn. One in Malibu, one in Curator. The first person to be drawn will be ESZQ 133.45 Argentina. That's ESZQ 133.45 Argentina. Which means the last person in seed 6, if I've done it correctly, this is also one of the ones that didn't print properly. Unfortunately, we have LP3 Canada 132.53. That's LP3 Canada 132.53. Okay, so that concludes the seed 6 portion, and now we will move on to the C5s. So I'll give this a quick rummage around. Okay, one on screen. The first person to be drawn into Group Cranganero from C5 will be Towson, 130.29 Germany. That's Towson, 130.29 Germany. The next Group 5 to be drawn and going into Group Globex will be Nyferus, 129.15 UK. That's Nyferus, 129.15 UK. The next person to be drawn from Group 5 and going into Group Longhorn will be Being of Universe, 134.38 US of A. That's Being of Universe, 130, but 131, sorry, 38 US of A. Next person to be drawn and going into group Malibu will be the Freaky Top Hat, 132.39 UK. That's the Freaky Top Hat, 132.39 UK. Okay. The next person to be drawn and going into group Mr. Plow will be Falco, 132.49 UK. That's Falco, 132.49 UK. Okay, which means the last person to be drawn, hopefully, the last person in the hat is JPEG Image. JPEG Image from Australia. That's a sub 130. That's JPEG Image. That's a sub 130. It's really bad at formatting. So hopefully you're happy with your groups, and that concludes the lower bracket portion of this group. We will now slowly move on to the upper portion. Which is this one here. Group 3, Group 2, and then Group 1. Okay. Just triple checking. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, we're ready to go with this C4s in the upper bracket. Can anyone see me? Is my camera kind of gone? Can't see me. Okay. Uh, Not sure if that helps. Ticker. Have I? Yeah, my um well, I'm showing on my screen, like in the VC, unless you want to like try and restart my like source or something. There you are. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I'm back. We are now going to move on to C4s in the upper bracket. Okay. So the first person to be drawn is the big names in here: Duck Bob, Greenie, Amber, all have sub 130s. First person to be drawn is this person. Amber, 129.51 US of A. That's Amber, 129.51 US of A. Okay. The next person to be drawn into Group Marge will be my hat doesn't collapse on me. Be Sid, 3,300, 131.19. That's Sid, 3,300, 131.19. I think you moved Sid into the wrong one. There you go. Okay, the next person to be drawn and going into group Lisa will be that's Cliff or Russ. That's Cliff or Russ, 131.03 UK. So Cliff or Russ is going into sorry, group Lisa for 131.03 from the UK. The next person to be drawn is Duck Bob, Wales, 124.55. That's Duck Bob from Wales, 124.55. The next person to be drawn and going into Group Apu will be that's Guff, US of A, 130.54. That's Guff, US of A, 130.54. And then hopefully, if I've made the groups correctly, the last person to be drawn will be Greeny, 125.14, Australia. Greeny, 125.14, Australia. On to the next groups, which is going to be C3s. Hopefully, if I've put the hats in the correct places. Okay, so the first person to be drawn from C3 into Group Homer will be open these C3s. Be very okay. Um, looks like we're doing seed ones ticker. Sorry about this. Do you want me do we to redo it? Just get the seed freeze? Redo? I think the majority of people want to redo, so I think we'll go back to seed freeze. Sorry, but sorry, mate. Sorry. Sorry, this is very last minute. I'll I'll double check that these ones are correct. Uh, so- okay, so the first sorry, apologies for that, guys. The first person from seed three will be Spear 125.50 from the US of A. That's Spear 125.50 from the US of A. The next person to be drawn into group Marge will be Slembed España 128.05. That's Slembed from España 128.05. The next person to be drawn and going into group Lisa will be Tilburg, Germany, 129.06. So that's Tilburg from Germany, 129.06. The next person to be drawn, going into group Kodos, will be Finesse, UK, 128.46. So that's Finesse, UK, 128.46. Next person to be drawn and going into group Apu will be Bruce 37, UK, 127.40. So that's Spruce 27, sorry, 37, UK, 127.40. Which means the last person to be drawn, if I've done it right, would be CTD, Crazy Tone Dog, 127.44 US of A. That's Crazy Tone Dog, 127.44 UK, sorry, US of A. Excuse me. Okay, we move on to the penultimate Cs now. These are going to be C2s. The first person to be drawn into group Homer will be Dilar Smith, UK, 123.49. So that's Dilar Smith, 123.49 UK. The next person to be drawn and going into group Marge will be I know this one already. Mayor Quimby. Mayor Quimby, Australia. Mayor Quimby from Australia. Okay. The next person to be drawn and going into group Lisa will be Homer of Steel, France, 126.44. So that's Homer of Steel from France, 126.44. Next person to be drawn and going into group Kodos from team 2 will be Atomic Caleb, 124.03 Australia. So that's Atomic Caleb, 124.03 Australia. Okay. The second to last person to be drawn and going into group Apu will be Tims, 124.49 America. So that's Tims, 126.49 US of A. Means the last person, if I've done it correctly, should be Bamford, 126.24 US of A. Bamford, 126.24 US of A. Okay, which means we're going to move on now to the um, final seed ones. find out what seeds they, what groups they go into. Okay, so let's wrap all these up, mix them up. Okay, so the first person to be drawn and going into Group Homer will be Ticker, Australia, 122.59. So that's Ticker, Australia, 122.59. The next person to be drawn and going into Group Marge will be Potato on Crack, Canada, 123.40. So that's Potato on Crack, 123.40, Canada. The next person to be drawn and going into Group Lisa will be Gordo, 122.58 Australia. So that's Gordo, 122.58 Australia. The next person to be drawn and going into Group Kodos will be Derek, US of A, 122.41. So that's Derek, US of A, 122.41. That is a spicy group, I'll tell you that. Very spicy. The next person to be drawn going into Group Apu will be Critch, 124.38 UK. So that's Critch, 124.38 UK, which means if we've drawn it all correctly, the last person to be pulled out should be Green Bombers, 124.23 Republic of Ireland. So that's Green Bombers, 124.23 Republic of Ireland. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. Apologies for the printer failing and the seed one mix up at the start there. Hopefully you're happy with your groups. You're more than welcome to schedule now. Just make sure they're from Monday onwards. There will be a tournament document and tournament stuff released either today or tomorrow, along with a restring tutorial guide. It's going to be similar to the post we had last year. So yeah, that's pretty much all it is for me. I won't keep it too long. We are going to have a quick, like, big ASM race if anyone's interested. In maybe like 10 minutes or so. So everyone's more than welcome to join. But have a big race to celebrate the start of the tournament. Thank you very much. I'd like to send my personal gratitude to Tika for restreaming. He's been doing this now for like pretty much 5 hours. He's done the relay race to World Cup, clip show, and this one. So big clap to Tika. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And hopefully we'll see you for the race in shortly. Thank you very much, guys. See you later. Bye.